Welcome to TAP's Industry Analysis TIA Spotlight. 3 questions in 9 minutes. Yes, we're going to keep it tight, but we'll pack it full of great information. My name is John Ragsdale, co-founder of TAP Innovations, and we have a special guest today, Kartik Shah, founder, trainer, director at InTwoCanada. Thanks for joining our show today, Kartik.
Thank you, John.
Before we get started with the questions, though, please introduce yourself and your company in less than 30 seconds.
All right. John, my name is Kartik, and I am in Canada right now. I am owner of InTwoCanada Educational Services, which means we have a training which we conduct for international candidates of physiotherapy, and we help them to get their licensing and their entire paperwork done from the comfort of their home country. And after we do that thing, we will be helping them over here in the settlement services, as well as we work with giving them job placements in and around Canada. I also have a clinic in Mumbai, in India, and also a clinic in Canada. And this clinic is called Om Clinic, AUM. And we basically have physiotherapy, counseling, and dental hygiene at the clinic. So this is basically me, and I work with the training part of it for InTwoCanada, and I'm also the director at InTwoCanada as well as my clinics. So
wow,
that's pretty much about me.
You've got a full plate with a global company. That's super exciting, and we're glad to have you today. Well, let's jump right in. As we all know very well, we are experiencing a global pandemic like the world has never seen before, COVID-19. So let's start with business challenges that you, your teams, your customers, or your vendors are experiencing. Question number 1, what are those new challenges that you are facing since this awful COVID-19 outbreak?
The first thing that I can feel is the fear and the depression that people are facing. That includes me, my team, my candidates, my staff. All of them are facing great fear and great I would like to call it, it's not ignorance, but it is basically the fear of the unknown. And along with this, the main problems that are being cropping up right now are the financial issues that are being faced by everybody. We also have a lot of mental challenges. The problem that we face right now is, one, people are, in some of the countries at least, I would say people are in a lockdown. So they are unable to even get out to get their basics. So talking about businesses, it is going to become very difficult for them to invest into something so that they can get benefits out of that. The second thing that we see in the clinic here is we are a physiotherapy clinic and a counseling clinic where we require hands-on therapies. But we are not able to reach there because we are not able to get the patients in and treat them in person. So that's one of the biggest issues that we have been facing. And as a business owner, it is very depressing to understand or know about these challenges right now. So these are some of the main key ones. Also, because our telerehabilitation is going on, a lot of people do not still have access to online videos like we are doing right now. So no video calls, no phone calls, and people are very, very scared about their entire social history, their entire medical history to be put out into the open because of these pandemics. So those are basic challenges that we face, and we are trying to work over those things. But yes, right now it is a lot of fear of the unknown, I would say.
Man, those are unprecedented challenges, and again, they're real. So Kartik, with those, what are you doing differently to cope with those, or to handle those, or deal with those particular challenges?
Well, InTwoCanada by default was a paperless company. So we were trying to avoid any use of paper. So most of our notes, our lectures were all given up online. And we used to do it in person as well. Now, because of the travel restrictions that we are facing right now, we have been trying to do all of those things online. So that is number 1. As far as the clinic is concerned, we have telerehabilitation, which we have taken up right now. So yes, we can just give them basic exercises or try to assess their pain and give them home remedies. But again, it is a big challenge for us to work upon those things. But still, that being said, telerehabilitation right now is very helpful for the patients. We also have started off counseling. So whatever information we get from our government and also from our people who are going to be in the health sector, we are trying to give them, try to pacify the people who are already in anguish or in anxiety. And we are trying to work with them on getting a little more better, feel a little bit more better mentally and physically both. So that's basically what we are trying to do. We have also started off for InTwoCanada, we have started off with online courses, and that courses are going to be taking place in the coming days. So we will be conducting lectures, we will be conducting info sessions, which will be online, and we are trying to give it out for free so that people do not have that financial restrictions right now. So we will be trying to do those things for them. And as far as the tele-rehabilitation is concerned, we are right now putting out messages all across social media so that we can reach out to people who would need to talk to us. And physical health is equally as much important as mental health. So we are going to try to do both of those things together.
You were doing some really, really creative ideas, and I guess it helps that you were already paperless and very technologically advanced. So that helps you to take care of these challenges.
I think being paperless in that particular company was one of the wisest decisions I took, because right now, as you see, even the mails and the postal services are down. So it would have taken a lot of time, and probably we don't even know when this thing is going to end. So it probably would have taken a lot of time for us to process things. But right now, since it is all online, it is easier.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, that's good to hear. Let's move to question number 3 for the last question. And it's a challenging one, but it gets you thinking and brainstorming. If money and resources were not an issue,
true,
what would you do differently?
That's interesting. Well, if money was not an issue, of course, definitely we would have put up a lot more advertising and a lot more reaching out to people who are in need. And probably we would have been able to recruit people. As you see right now, currently, a lot of people are being laid off. But what we would try to do is probably hire a lot of people who are expert in their opinions and in their jobs, and try to give it out to the community at this particular time. As far as the resources being limited right now, I think if there was no constraint with the resources, we would have gone all out, probably tried to help out people in other countries as well. InTwoCanada has their candidates on technically all continents of the world, except for Antarctica and Arctic, which is, of course, not habitable. But we would definitely want to reach out to all of those people, help them in whichever way possible, and also give them probably subsidies about every single thing that they are right now fighting for. So yes, if money and resources were not an issue, I would definitely try to reach out to all the people who would be affected by this pandemic. And I think everybody in the world is going to be, the way it is seen right now.
I agree. It's a worldwide phenomenon.
Absolutely.
Well, you know, those are some excellent ideas. I like those, Kartik. Hopefully, with the posting of this video, you and we can find ways to implement some of those ideas during this pandemic to help others.
Absolutely.
Any final comments from you, Kartik?
Well, I would always suggest everybody, since I come from the healthcare sector, I would always suggest everybody to stay safe. Even though it is right now getting sunnier and warmer, it does not mean that the pandemic is hiding anywhere. It is still there, it's still out there, so just be safe. Do not try to be smart or think that it cannot happen to you. It can happen to anybody. So just be safe. That's all I would like to say.
Excellent. Again, thank you, Kartik Shah, Founder, Trainer, Director at InTwoCanada, for joining us here today on TAP's Industry Analysis TIA Spotlight. I'll echo your sentiments, Kartik. Stay safe, 6 feet apart, and healthy, and let's work together to get through this challenging time.
True. Thank you so much, John.